Yes. Song is by Mr. Deal, Don't Let Go. Nice. Yours, yours, it's yours. Doesn't show? Move on, move on, move on. Hi guys, hello good people. Thanks for joining me again. And if you're new to my channel, my name is Anne, and on my channel I review foreign shows. Like I always say, we are friends to the subtitles. If you don't mind reading the subtitles, then you're in the right place, and you will get to enjoy a lot of excellent content that is out there. Nothing against Hollywood, love everything that Hollywood does, but there's so much excellent shows out there, so why not diversify our taste? And especially at this time when we're so limited with travel, you can travel around the world sitting on your couch, just because there's so much content out there. And so today I'm actually reviewing an African show, Nollywood. Shout out to Africa. But if you see my other videos, you would see that I've also reviewed some South Korean shows. South Korea is doing excellent work. So don't be surprised if you see any of my other videos. I do have several of South Korea. They're doing an excellent job. That's why they won the Oscar, okay? Because they are not playing. Their shows are very good scripts, and the directing, the acting, wow, they are not playing. They know how to hook you and keep you there. I have also reviewed a show from Spain, so take a look at that. It's called Valeria. It was very good for mature audience, so I'm giving you that disclaimer so you're not surprised, but very good. Check out my video down below. But today, as we travel around the world, like I said, we're stopping in Africa. I grew up in Africa, so obviously it's my first love. And today we're gonna be stopping in West Africa, Nigeria, for a Nigerian movie, also known as Nollywood movies. And actually that comes from like a parody to Bollywood, so Nollywood, get it? Which, by the way, my next show I'm reviewing is a Hindi movie from Bollywood, because I love my Bollywood as well. So watch out for my next video, and if you want to see that, please go ahead and subscribe, turn that light on and notification button on, so that the next time I review another show, you're notified, and give me a thumbs up if you like the video. I'd appreciate that very much. But like I said, this is a Nollywood Nigerian movie. I have watched many Nigerian movies, and I feel like they've come such a long way, and I'm so proud of them. I think we can all remember watching the original ones. Let's just say the script was okay, the acting was okay, the production, the directing was okay, but now I feel like they're here to play with the big leagues. And now that we're getting more Nollywood movies at Netflix, this is on Netflix, you can tell we're here to play with the big dogs. We're here to play and compete with the rest of the world as far as our content. And this is one of those shows that I felt like they brought their A game, and that's why I wanted to review it. And it's called Kasanova, with a K instead of a C. I actually kind of like the play on the words on that. So Kasanova is a show about this gentleman being played by Wale Ojo. By the way, he's very handsome, excellent actor. And we're told that he lost his wife several years ago from cancer, and then instead of remarrying, he decided to have the fun, if you will, without the commitment. So for that reason, he's got women coming in and out of his life and just does not want commitment. And then he's also raising a son who is being played by Alvin Abayomi, and his name is Jason. And what we see is that now the son is starting to pick up the same traits of the father. And his mother, who also lives with them, the grandma of Jason, is like, come on, you're gonna have to, why don't you get married and settle down? Your son is starting to pick up on those same habits. So Wale Oju's character is like, nope, don't want to get married. I just want to have my fun. And really, he's not interested in settling down or getting married. And then we're also introduced to Ireti Doyle, excellent actress. I've also seen her somewhere else too. She's a really good actress. And her name is Jessica in the show. And we're told she's also a single mom who's raising a daughter. And her daughter is Ruby Akubueze, and her name is Ini in the show. And for Jessica's character, her husband left her. So same thing with her. She's just like, I don't need a man. Been there, done that. Don't need that. And she's successful. Lives in a very nice neighborhood. She's a music teacher, we're told. Her daughter sings. And so she is doing just fine. And then so we are shown in a section where she had thrown a party. She wanted her daughter to perform, and the daughter refuses. And what we see is that Jessica and Ini, mother and daughter, are not close, which was very interesting because if you grew up in Africa, it's not unusual to have maids or a driver. And the reason why is because it's cheaper. It's not like here, if you have a maid and a driver, you must be extremely, extremely wealthy. Over there, you can do that. I grew up with one, and what happens is that they become like family. They know you so well because you're with them 24/7. I mean, they sleep in your home. They're there 24/7. And so we see that the mother and the daughter are not close, but the maid is very close to the daughter. And actually, the reason why the daughter does not want to sing during the mother's party is because it was her birthday and the mother completely forgot. But the maid remembered. The maid even brought gifts for the daughter. Like, it's not interesting how like that would happen. Sometimes you're so close to the maid because we're always with them together. And actually there's a section in the show where the mother is pushing the daughter to do something as far as her career, and the daughter is like, you don't know me, I don't want that. And it was the maid, who by the way is being played by Toyin Maku. Her name is Bishola. I love that name. And she actually, as a maid, is the one who goes to talk to the mother on behalf of the daughter. Like, you know what, I think you misunderstood her. This is really what she would like to do. And obviously she was scared because she's like confronting her boss about her child. Like, hey, you know, you're pushing your daughter, you're missing the point, and this is why you guys are not seeing eye to eye. And thankfully, Jessica's character is like, listened, and for that reason, her and her daughter started getting along better. But so we see Jessica's character after the party that didn't go so well, decides to go to a club just to rest. While she's sitting there, she overhears this guy behind her talking about, oh, women are this and women are that and women are this and women are that. And it just irritates her so much that she decides to go and confront him. And the person who was talking was Wale Oju's character. His name in the show is Fami. And she just goes and was like, what are you talking about, women? And obviously tells him that they sound like teenage boys, which he didn't like very much. So they have a back and forth, and let's just say it did not end very well. And then what we see is Fami's son, his name is Jason, who, by the way, his son is Alvin Abayomi, is wants to take music lessons from Jessica. And the reason why he wants to do that is because he wants to get close to her daughter, Eni, and that was really the motivation to take the singing classes, because really clearly he could not sing, and you will see in the show he clearly cannot sing. Anyway, while he was being dropped off to the music lessons, Fami's character bumps into Jessica, and he's just like, "You, oh no, no, no," and he's like, "There's no way you're gonna take lessons from this woman, because this woman is this, that, or the other." And she's like, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe it's him." So anyway, the son insists he wants to take classes, so obviously they let him take the music classes from Jessica. And as the movie progresses, we see where she asks him about his dad and what happened to his mom. And in the beginning, I think Jessica thought that his father left his mother just like she had been left by her husband. But it turns out, obviously, his wife had died from cancer. So then Jessica ends up feeling really bad, like, oh my gosh, I gave him a hard time. And really, he lost his wife. It wasn't like he left his wife. So anyway, she decides to go apologize to him, and he accepts the apology and actually asks her for dinner, and they start to get to know each other. And the more they know each other, obviously, they start to have feelings for each other. And I have to say, by the way, the two characters, Ireti and Wale's characters, they have really, really good chemistry. They came off so natural. It was a joy to watch them. Maybe they knew each other from before, but their chemistry was very, very good. So obviously, the more they get to know each other, they fall in love. And then what's crazy is that now he's falling in love with her, and then the son is also falling in love with the daughter. So that becomes the dilemma, like, oh my God, like you can't date you know, the daughter of the girl I'm dating. Like, no, what's gonna happen? So you have to keep watching. I don't want to do any spoilers because I want you to watch it for yourself. But a really, really excellent show. I have to say, I was very impressed. I felt like the script was very good. The acting was very good. The directing, the production was very, very good. I love that they did shots of Africa. You know, I hate to say it, not to blame Hollywood, but when they've done shots of Africa, it always looks like mud hut, poverty. It's the kids with the snot in their noses, and flies flying and asking for money. But I loved how this showed Africa. I'm not saying we still don't have poverty in Africa, we do, but it also shows all the different aspects of Africa. We also have rich, affluent mansion, we have skyscrapers, we have roads. It's not all dirt roads. So I felt like they did a really good job of showing Africa neighborhoods, because that's the real Africa, not that Hollywood show of Africa. And if you ever have traveled Africa, you know it's the truth, and how fun it is to be in Africa. And I always feel like every single time I come back, I feel like motivated and inspired to even do more. Africa is that special place that does that to you. It just makes you inspired and want to do more. So definitely, I encourage you to watch it. And like I said, maybe in the future you want to travel to Africa. It's a good way to show. I felt like the show gave good shots of that. Once again, thank you so much for joining me. Please, once again, subscribe, turn the notification on, give it a thumbs up if you liked the review, and please join me again when I review another excellent show. Thank you very much. Deuces.